Hi, everyone, and welcome to another Journey to Authentic Living recording. My name is Sandra Rojo, and I will facilitate this recording. I also want to welcome my current clients who actually requested us here at JTAL to create a mindful breathing exercise recording that they have found so beneficial during our coaching sessions, and so eagerly want to practice in between sessions. I have been trained in mindfulness-based stress reduction, and along with my colleagues here at JTAL, we offer mindfulness training and coaching. Let me begin by also stating that this recording is aimed for those of you who know little to nothing about mindfulness practices. Mindfulness practice creates tangible benefits to our health and overall wellness, and many people have been able to manage successfully their chronic illnesses. So let's begin with what is mindfulness. I really like our teacher, John Kabat-Zinn's definition. He says mindfulness is awareness that arises through paying attention on purpose in the present moment, non-judgmentally. And so for the following breathing exercise, you may lie down on your bed or sofa. Keep in mind, however, that I will be facilitating this exercise as though you were seated in a chair. I want to prepare you now for what this breathing exercise or any breathing exercise enables. So people have used the breath as a vehicle for meditation and for developing mindful awareness for centuries. There are a number of reasons the breath is such a tremendous tool when developing mindfulness skills. Okay? The breath takes place in the present, and by focusing our attention on our breath, also brings our minds into the present moment. And so by attending to our breath, it helps us not obsess on any pain, depressive, or anxious thoughts. And by doing so, we shift from one of doing to one of being. While bringing your attention to the breath, the mind will wander because it's natural. That's what minds do. The goal of this exercise is not to perfectly anchor your attention to the breath, but rather focus on the breath, and when the mind wanders, to simply acknowledge that it has done so without judgment. So you observe what your mind has wandered to, and then gently return your attention back to your breath. So now let's begin our breathing mindfully exercise. Go ahead and take a dignified posture that is relaxed but not stiff. You may close your eyes if you wish. And just come into the moment and begin to take slow and deep breaths. You want to have your hands on your lap and your legs uncrossed. And as you inhale slowly and exhale, go ahead and just check in with yourself and see if there are any areas of your body where there's a little bit of tension that perhaps maybe you can relax into your chair a little bit more as you breathe in and breathe out. When you inhale into your nostrils, I want you to feel that breath in your throat, down your chest, expanding your abdomen or belly area. And when you exhale, you also want to exhale from your nostrils. If for whatever reason you cannot, because you might have a cold or other issues, that's okay too. But if at all possible, you want to inhale and exhale in and from your nostrils. Do not hurt yourself by rushing your breath or initially breathing too deeply. Allow your breath to guide you and your belly into the depth. Eventually, your breath and belly will synchronize. Try to become very aware of your breath. And if your mind begins to wander, just notice. Do not try to change anything or push any thoughts away. In mindfulness, we accept what is. We accept what comes to us in this moment. Continue breathing in and breathing out. Always bringing your focus back to your breath. Notice if there's any pain or tension in your physical body. Again, just notice and continue breathing. A suggestion is to simply acknowledge the tension in your body or your wandering mind by saying silently, I am noticing, nothing to do, I am here, I am present. Continue breathing slowly, exhaling slowly. The mind wanders, you bring it back gently to the breath. Now that you are in the present moment, you have stepped away from automatic pilot, but just continue bringing your focus to your breath. Feeling your belly expand as it becomes comfortable and relaxed with the slowing down. As you focus your attention on your breath, you'll also notice the movements of your abdomen, the rise and fall of your breath. When you inhale, you might notice the coolness in your nostrils. And when you exhale, you may notice warmth. You're doing the best that you can. Just focus on your breath. There's not a right or wrong in this exercise. Everything is perfect in this moment. Now you're going to allow your awareness to expand by including a sense of your whole body, as your breath and your whole body are one. one whole breath. And if there are any thoughts or other preoccupations in your mind, you gently return to your breath. You're holding everything in a lighter, more spacious way. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Allow yourself to just sit there for a little longer, having a sense of the room that you're in, still noticing your breath. And now this exercise is completed. It is suggested that you practice this exercise in order to reap more benefits and help you practice stillness. Once you have understood and practiced the breathing, as you can see, this can really be utilized in any situation where you just need a time out, you need to pause, you need to unplug. You can even do this exercise with your eyes open in the public, area, in the airport or at a school or waiting for the bus or something like this. I mean, it doesn't have to be done in a completely quiet, uninterrupted, if you will, environment. Sometimes we don't have that availability at hand and we need to sort of unplug, so you can sit there and just notice. Begin to breathe in and breathe out with your nostrils. And soon enough, you will feel centered and grounded. So it's really okay to just practice this breathing. I personally have done this myself in environments where I felt stressed and didn't know what to do, or felt a little anxious because I'm seeing a crowd of people or just feel overwhelmed. Just knowing that you can think about that you can actually take that time to notice your breath, it really does make a difference. And so, this is why we encourage people to really practice the breathing, to be with what is, wherever that is. So, I want to leave you with a quote by Anne Lamott that I think really hones in this exercise. And before I do, I want to say one more thing. It's not necessary that you take out a really long time for this exercise. If you can practice this a couple times a day, that's really great. Do what you can. There's not a right or wrong. It's not something that you have to meditate for an hour, 2 hours a day. With such busy lives we lead, we don't always have that time. Mindfulness is really about becoming aware deliberately of what is around us, what is happening within us. I'll be doing some other recordings on sort of more about how to cope with emotional triggers. Okay, so now the quote by Anne Lamott. She says, "Almost everything will work again if you unplug it for a few minutes, including you."